Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Dr. Elena Michaels. I'm going to do a card reading for you and a guided meditation. Totally spontaneous, nothing is rehearsed, nothing is prepared. And so when I read the cards, it's going to be a pure channel of what is relevant for you at this time. So if you're looking for clarity, if you're looking for direction, you may find it. So I'm going to get started. First thing I'm going to do is talk for just a few minutes. We just moved through the equinox, okay? So we just moved through the period of time where, I talked a little bit about this last week, but we just moved through where it was the equal amount of light and dark. And now we're moving into it being darker and darker and darker. Interestingly enough, I don't know if you've been feeling this, but I certainly have. And this is autumn, so it's fall, okay? So this is a time for things to fall away. That means things you no longer need, things you no longer want, people that no longer fit with your vibrational frequency, situations that no longer fit with your vibrational frequency. This is the time for things to fall away. So think about that. What do you have in your life that needs to be released? Maybe you're holding on to emotions that you don't need anymore, or anger that you don't need anymore, or things that you don't need anymore, tension you don't need anymore. Where in your body do you hold tension? I tend to hold it in this area right here and in my jaw. I know that when I'm focusing on something and I'm really intent on something, I tend to tense my jaw. And I think that's a learned behavior, because I remember when I was little, my dad used to tense his jaw. When he was uptight or pissed about something, he'd clamp his jaw down, and I could see like the veins kind of like pulsing right here. And I don't do that so much when I'm angry. I just do it when I'm focused and when I'm just kind of concentrating. So I have to be very careful to not hold tension in my jaw. I'm very, very aware of that. And also, I tend to hold tension back here. And also, I remember during the earthquake, when I was driving, I had an office. I had two offices at that time. One was in Sherman Oaks and one was in Reseda. And I had to come home from those offices. When I came home from work, I had to come over the Angeles Crest Road to get home, back to where I lived in Canyon Country at that time, because the freeway had collapsed. And I can remember driving over that very narrow road, lots of curves, not street lights. And I would get home and my jaw would be in pain, and I would realize that I had like clamped the steering wheel really intensely, because I was nervous about driving. You know, it's very curvy. I don't like driving in mountainous areas, and I had to come over the Angeles Crest through the Angeles Crest Forest, actually, to get home. So I remember how tense I would be when I came home. I actually had pain in my hands from clamping the steering wheel, and in my jaw from clamping down to focus on trying to, drive on this little 2-lane road. But anyway, so this is the time to let go of things. Now, autumn in Chinese medicine is connected to metal, and metal is connected to the color white. So this is a time to do things like eat cauliflower, root vegetables, cauliflower, turnips. I'm already starting to release. See, I'm letting go. I'm letting go, right in tune with the energy of what I'm talking about. I'm letting go of energy of the day so I can better channel through what needs to come through to benefit you whenever you're watching or listening. Whenever you're watching or listening. So white foods, turnips is another white food. Turnips, parsnips, root vegetables, white sweet potatoes, white potatoes. Don't eat anything you're sensitive to, of course. Some people can't eat white potatoes. Actually, a lot of my patients are, when I remote test them and scan their energy, their white potatoes aren't good for them. So, but if you're good with white potatoes, that's another thing. White, right? What else is white? Onions are white. Garlic's white. So things that are white are nourishing right now, and also warm foods, I've been finding, now in nature, I'm gonna tell you what I've been finding, but also in nature, this is a time when animals would hibernate. And I'm finding that I'm kind of wanting to be home more. I'm wanting to have the fireplace on. I ordered a couple good books that I want to read. I'm doing some more research on certain things. So I'm kind of going in. I'm going yin. Yin is in and dark. Yang is out and light, okay? That was what the summer was, out and light. And now we're going nature, in and dark and contained. What else did I want to say about that? I've been thinking about this. So anyway, that's kind of the energy of autumn. You know, leaves fall away. They fall from the trees. Leaves fall. This is a time for things to fall away. Things to let go of things. Okay. And so with that, I think I've said what I needed to say. And my eyes are starting to water. This is what happens. My eyes water, my throat needs clearing, I get thirsty, I start yawning, just letting go, energy's falling away. Okay. Oh, I wanted to tell you about the organs that are connected with the metal white. That's lungs and large intestine. They are kind of far apart from each other in your body, right? But not really. And they actually are very similar in what they do. They both let go of things. I mean, you breathe in and then you exhale. You breathe in and then you exhale. You eat food and then you excrete. So both of those organs have to do with letting go of things. It's so interesting when you look at things more deeply. Another thing I wanted to, I feel like I should talk about is the signature of foods. Now, think about what certain foods look like. Think about what cauliflower looks like. Have you ever made a cauliflower steak? You slice it and it looks like it's flat and it's got like the tree things coming up and it looks like a brain. So cauliflower is good for your brain. What else is good for your brain? A half of a walnut. What does a half of a walnut look like? Looks like your brain. What else looks like something? A carrot. Slice a carrot, and in the slice, you look at it, what do you see? Looks like an iris of an eye. And carrots are good for your eyes. And what else? Food speaks to us. Everything is speaking to us all the time. I've talked about this many times. Everything is speaking to us all the time. We just have to listen. Our body talks to us all the time. Nature talks to us all the time. The universe talks to us all the time. So it's about looking at things on a deeper level. We also just passed the Jewish New Year, which was Yom Kippur, which was most recent, and Rosh Hashanah, which was the week before. So that's the beginning of a new energy. You know, the new year in the Jewish religion is about a new energy. So this is a time to have a new energy come into your life, and a time to rethink things, and a time to go within, and a time to slow down a little bit, a time to not be running around so much, to contain your energy, and to get ready for the big sleep, which is what animals do. That's what animals do in the winter. They get ready for the big sleep, you know. Macadamia nuts, actually, think of animals, they store nuts sometimes. Macadamia nuts are also white. And what else is white? Some nuts are white. I'll tell you what I've been into lately is roasted chestnuts. Have you ever had roasted chestnuts? My God, they're so good. They taste like Little teeny sweet potatoes. They're kind of like sweet and kind of carby. Really good. And I buy them in a package. They're organic roasted chestnuts. And you know, that always reminds me of fall. When I was little, my grandmother and she would roast chestnuts in the oven. And then we would peel them open and I would eat them and they were just so yummy. So roasted chestnuts to me have kind of a nice, warm family fall connotation. I like them a lot. I just eat them right out of the package. Sometimes I dice them up and I'll use them. I'll put them in a stir fry or something. But anyway, that's the little wrap about the equinox and hibernation and the winter, moving into the winter and the autumn and letting go of energy. Oh man, I am letting go big time here. Woo! I'm letting go big time. I've got water coming out of everywhere here. My nose, my eyes. If you've seen my videos before, you know I don't hide anything. I just do it right on the video. Just wiping my nose and wiping my eyes and just doing it right on the video. So it'll be interesting to see what cards come up for tonight. So what I ask you to do is think of something you want clarity on, okay? Direction, clarity, something. And we're going to pull some cards. Well, actually, I'm not going to pull them. I will be guided as to when to show them to you. And we will begin. I'm going to start with a God box card, okay? So I'm just going to open it up, and this card is the one I'm going to take. I don't know what it says. I have to put my glasses on. But let's see what it says. Here we go. You know, this came up last week, and I didn't read it because it had come up the week before. And now it came up again. All right. Obviously the universe wants me to read it. I have no fear, for you are with me. Your light and your love guide and protect me. Okay? We're just going to go with that, since that has come up repeatedly. And when the cards come up repeatedly, it's like a message from the universe. It's kind of like a 2x4 hitting over your head. It's like, okay, we'll talk about that card. You showed it to me this week. You showed it to me last week. And I discounted it, so you brought it up again this week in a deck that was shuffled. Go figure, right? All right, well, let's get into this deck now. This is my Rider-Waite deck. I did a card reading at someone's house for them the other night. A good friend of mine helped me with something I had to get done. And so I told her I'd buy her dinner. She says, no, just do a card reading. So we used her deck. And I'm much more comfortable with my own deck because they speak to me. These cards speak to me, and that's why I use the ones I use. I have several decks, but right now, this is the decks that are speaking to me, and these are the ones that I'm using. But it was interesting using a different deck because the images are different, and the messages were kind of different too. It was very interesting, and she said that it resonated very well with her, so that was cool. I was glad to have that happen. All right, here we go. I'll cut and the card on top, okay? It is this. Okay, this is the King of Wands, all right? All right, so we'll put this down, and I'm gonna I lay everything out here so that I can see it like a road map. King of Wands, and I always feel like I have to take the one after that. Oh, the Magician, love that. I'm just gonna go for a third one here. All right. Judgment. Okay, we're going to stop at 3 from that deck. Put this back in here. And, I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to pull all the cards, and then I'm going to tell you a story. And the story is going to be what the cards say. So it'll be a narrative, and you can see how it applies to you. All right, next we're going to go in here to this deck. And I'm going to open it up, and we're going to see who shows up here. And we are divinely protected, of course. Divinely protected by healing white light while we are doing these cards, while you're doing the meditation. Every time you listen to the meditation, you're protected even more strongly. But also, we affirm that we are surrounded by white light and positive energy all the time. And the air is getting cooler at night too. I can definitely feel that chill in the air, you know. The winter's always been a challenging time for me. I was born in the winter. I was born in December. And I've often said to my kids that I wanted to disappear right before Halloween and come back March 1st. You know, it's hard for me. The winter is hard for me. It's always been hard for me. I grew up in a cold climate. I didn't like it. It didn't resonate with me. And I had a lot of events, a lot of deaths in the winter in my family. A long-term boyfriend of mine passed away in the winter. My father passed away in the winter. My grandfather passed away in the winter. My mother-in-law passed away in the winter. And my birthday's in the winter. So I always kind of go away on my birthday. I kind of want to avoid it. I don't know why. Winter's always just been hard. Okay, here we go. Okay, all is well. Well, that's nice to know, isn't it? Because we kind of doubt that sometimes, don't we? Sometimes it's hard to say that all is well when things don't feel that they're well. You know, we all go through those times, challenging times, for one reason or another. But the nature of the universe is that there are cycles, and the sun always rises, as they say. It's always a new day. There's always a new start the next day. No matter how dire things seem, the sun always comes up. It's never not come up. So that's the way it goes. The dark night of the soul, it's going to get light again. Okay, cut the cards. All right, I'll cut one more time. And this deck is showing us this card right here. Ah, you are safe. Well, I appreciate knowing that, that's for sure. Okay, we're going to get into the story of this, and then I'll do a guided meditation. And I'll take you through a relaxation period where everything that resonated with you will have a chance to go deep into your subconscious mind. All right. Give us some more information here so that when I tell the story, it all comes together and it all makes sense. Okay. And one more cut, and the card is this one. Be honest with yourself. No fooling around. No fooling around. Get real. Be honest. All right. Let me move all this stuff around and lay these guys out in order so I can tell you the story. All right. The first card was the God card. I have no fear, for you are with me. Your light and your love guide and protect me. Regardless of what feels like is going on, you are always divinely protected. You always have a higher power with you. You can't get away from it. It's part of you. You have it inside you. You're part of you're the raindrop part of the ocean. It's all the same stuff, but the ocean is just so much bigger. You're just a little raindrop, but you always are connected. Even when you feel disconnected, you're connected. Okay, the first card that came up was this, the King of Wands. I have a cat here in my mouth. I have a cat. Yes, I do. Luna, where are you tonight? You're so quiet. Luna, you're not talking. Luna, the meditation cat, is usually so verbal. Guess she's hibernating. Right in tune with the energy, right? Okay. This is the King of Wands. Okay, wands have to do with creativity. Okay, there's another cat here there. Wands have to do with creativity, and he's holding a wand that's got sprouts on it, so creativity is flowing here. Now, behind him, he's got a lion right here, see? And he's got another lion right here, see? And he has salamanders that are connected to their tails. And right down here is another little salamander. He's wearing red, so he's connected to, he's grounded. This is a grounded energy, but comes from the heart, okay? Green little capelet there. And the pattern here is salamanders, okay? So this is kind of about, oh, hello, you're there. Yes, okay. I wondered what happened to you. Okay, honey, you want to participate? If you do, just speak up. So this card is about staying centered, staying grounded, and being creative with your thoughts, okay? And don't get caught up in things. The salamander with his tail and his mouth shows you there's a circle. Everything is connected and it's cyclical. Just like I was talking about, it's all cyclical. The sun always comes up, okay? It's always going to rise no matter how dark things seem to be. Stay grounded, stay connected, and come from your heart. Green shoes, green cape. Green is the color of the heart. Come from your highest, your crowning glory, okay? All right. The next thing is, remember, these are stuck here. Remember that you're a magician. You can create. Back to this creativity here. This is a creative card, the King of Wands. Wands are creative. Get busy. Create what you want, not what you don't want. You've got all the tools available to you. In your career, your emotions, cutting through the crap, and pulling down from the sky. In other words, from your higher power. Use your creativity. That's a wand up there. Use your creativity. Here's a wand down here too. See that? Okay. So this is a lemniscate, a sideways 8. This is a symbol of infinity. And these are the flowers of the magician. Lilies and roses. See that? White lilies and red roses? And he's under the crown of red roses. So remember your power to create. Stay grounded. Come from the highest. He's wearing a white kind of long gown there. A robe. Coming from the highest. Always create from the highest and stay grounded. You see how his arm is up and he's shooting down? Okay? So he's pulling in the energy with his left hand and shooting it down with his right hand. That's kind of this energy right here, and pointing, you can't see my hand, but pointing down like that. So you pull, your left hand is receptive. So you pull in energy from your left and you shoot it down in your right. There are a lot of metaphysical, spiritual rituals that pull the energy in and shoot it forward with like that, like what, direct what you want. You can do that. Actually, if you really want to get down, you can sit in front of a mirror. I actually, in my meditation room, I have a pyramid mirror. It's this shape, and it's framed in gold, and it's big. It's like, I don't know, like as wide as my hands right here. And so if you pull the energy down and you shoot it right into yourself, you're basically putting consciousness, more awareness of consciousness into yourself if you shoot it right into your eyes in the mirror. That's getting a little deep, and it's hard to explain if you don't see it happening. But that's something that I actually do and have done and started doing that a long time ago. I go in and out of cycles, but there's a series of exercises. And what they're designed to do is to enhance your spiritual acumen and your energy, your focus of what you're trying to create. So here we go. So there we go. The magician, remember your power to create, people. All right. Next card is this. Well, this is the Judgment card. It's interesting because the magician and the Judgment card are part of the major arcana of this deck. The major arcana is, these cards have a lot more oomph, a lot more power. Now, let's look closely. You've got a lot of people here are going to look up at the sky and they've got no clothes on. Okay. They're being open and vulnerable, and they're coming out of their sleep state to awaken to consciousness. They are being hearkened to awaken to consciousness. It's like, wake up, be conscious, all right? And this is a double X. This card is 20, the number 20 in the Major Arcana. And you see the angel kind of like calling people, like, wake up, be conscious, be aware, look for the signs, look for the symbols. Don't be walking around in a stupefied state, and receive it. Look how grateful they are. Their arms are all up in the air. It's like, I'm ready, okay? Be ready. This is about being ready to get the messages. This is about being ready to have an acceleration of consciousness with a beautiful angel with red wings, with purple undercolor. Okay, so, and balance. This cross like this, equal on the top, equal on the sides, equal on the bottom. This is about being balanced and grounded in your root chakra. It's red. Okay? And letting go of pretense, let it go. You know, they don't have any clothes on. Let it go. Let go of the covers, let go of the veneers. Just be open and receptive to the highest. And they're white, so they are being receptive in a very pure way. And be pure, be open and willing to receive from the highest power. Some people read these cards differently. They see them as dead people coming up, rising up again. But in essence, it's kind of like, if you're unconscious, you are kind of living in a death state. So it's time to wake up and be consciously aware of what's going on. Because all is well. It's all good, regardless of what the news says. All is well. This is Archangel Jeremiah. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. Okay? You might not know about them now, but be ready for them. Now, you have to be ready for them. Okay? Be ready for the messages, the signs, the symbols, and the things that you hear in your mind as guidance. See, the horn is about hearing. All right, and let's see what else we have here. Oh, I'm going to read you actually from here about all as well, because it's a little more detailed. Okay. Am I in the wrong book here? Oh, I am. No wonder I couldn't find it. Okay. All is well. Here we go. Sometimes what appears to be a problem is actually an answered prayer in disguise. When we ask for help, heaven may dismantle the old to make room for the new. During this time of change, practice relaxation methods such as yoga, deep breathing, exercise, and meditation. Ask me, by the way, when you do breathing, being this is autumn, metal, and white, and it rules the lungs, imagine that you are exhaling away what you don't need. Exhaling away tension, exhaling away negativity, exhaling away judgment. You know, here you've got the judgment card right here. Exhaling away heavy judgment. Just exhale everything away. Use your breath consciously. So during this time of change, practice relaxation methods such as yoga, deep breathing, exercise, and meditation. Ask me, Jeremiah, the angel, not me, Jeremiah. Ask Jeremiah to make the transition smooth and harmonious for everyone involved, and know that the change is for the better. Working with him, each archangel has a specific aura color. His is a deep eggplant, purple. When you see sparkles of dark purple light, this is one way to know that Jeremiah is with you. Each archangel has a particular type of crystal aligned with their energy. And for Jeremiah, that's amethyst, of course. When you wear amethyst, you may feel even closer to his kind and loving energy. Pretty cool. All right, moving right along to the story here is all is well and you are safe. You see how she's riding on that horse, which is kind of flying? It's actually a unicorn. Well, it looks like it's, kind of rearing up, but she's safe. Just know you're being taken care of. Just know you're safe. That the benevolent energies are looking out for you. This is a white horse, white unicorn, so it's the higher powers are carrying you. Allow that to happen. All right, I'm going to read you this, and you are safe. When you see this card, it's a reminder that you are completely protected. Oh, remember this? See how it's all connected? I have no fear, for you are with me. Your light and your love, guide and protect me. When you see this card, it's a reminder that you are completely protected in this situation. Whatever your question was, whatever clarity you were asking for, whatever direction you wanted, don't worry. You're safe. Don't worry about it. Although you may feel vulnerable, know that the angels want you to know that allowing yourself to become preoccupied with your fears only serves to reinforce them. Remember, you're a magician. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. When you focus on your fears, you only reinforce them. Very important. Your sensitive indigo body and energy are magnets. Now, if you are watching this, you're an indigo. Indigos are not just children. It's any age of a person it's the kind of person who's very sensitive, empathic, very aware of other people's energy. And indigos feel like they're here to provide a service in this lifetime. Your sensitive indigo body and energy are magnets. Although it's easy to absorb and hold on to other people's energy, the angels want you to work with you. They want to work with you as a team to clear and shield your body, your home, and the world at large. This is really good. I've been feeling in the last few days, actually, that I've been picking up other people's energy more than I should. Now, I am an empath, as you probably are as well if you're watching this. And so part of our job is to learn, in this lifetime, is to learn how to protect our energy. And I've been feeling that I'm taking on other energy. I have to really work on that. I mean, it's like a lifelong process, But it's important to remember that when you are breathing consciously, that you are exhaling away any energy that is not beneficial for you. Whether it's somebody else's energy or your own negative energy, you're just getting rid of it. Just get rid of it, okay? Metal season, exhale, get rid of it. Get rid of it by your, the fact that metal rules the lungs, okay? So just exhale away, exhale away. All right, next card is be honest with yourself. Stop fooling yourself. Get real. Get real. No veneers. See, these people are pretty darn real. Can't get any more real than that with being nude like that. Okay, I'm going to read you, be honest with yourself. What she's doing in this picture, I want to call your attention to that. She's doing this. Now, everybody knows about the chakras coming down the center of your body, but there are minor chakras that are in various parts of your body. Your palms have chakras. They're minor chakras. They're called the moon chakras. Moon chakras right here. That, also, if you've worked with me privately, when I scan people remotely, I have you do certain things to clear your moon chakras. And those of you who work with me, you know what I'm talking about. But when I do private sessions, that's part of what I do. And you have moon chakras right here. So when you do this, you are amplifying your moon chakras. And the moon is yin, dark, receptive, internal. You are amplifying your moon chakras. And this is about get real, be honest with yourself. And how do you do that? You go inside and you look at what's going on in your life and you stop playing games with yourself and you get real with yourself and you start being more and more authentic, more and more congruent. That means you act, you know, your word is your wand, as Florence Scovel Shinn said when she wrote that book in the 1920s. If you've never read that book, it's a classic in New Thought. Where's my tissue here? It's a classic in the New Thought movement. It's by Florence Scovel Shinn. It's called Your Word is Your Wand. I actually have a copy of that. I got a copy of that when I was like 19 years old. I found it in a bookstore someplace, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This stuff really resonated with me. So anyway, your word is your wand, and see, you're a magician. Your word is your wand. Whatever you say is, and whatever you think in your words, in your mind, is what is going to manifest. So get rid of the fears and be honest with yourself. I'm going to read to you about this card right now. Look into your heart and you'll know the truth of the situation, whatever you were asking about or wanting to know about. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Take good care of yourself. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they will come to you upon angels' wings. So let's read a little more about this, and then I'm going to read the entire narrative to you in a way that is going to make sense, hopefully. All right. Be honest with yourself. See, my nose is running too. Everything, I'm really releasing like crazy. I'm letting go of a lot of energy here, so I can pull it in for you. You receive this card as a gentle confrontation because the angels know you've been hiding from your true feelings. You've probably been afraid that if you admitted how you honestly felt, you'd be overwhelmed with feelings and faced with making some necessary changes that you don't feel prepared for. Yet the angels assure you that it's healthiest to face this situation with honesty. Oh my God. They will help you with your emotions, your relationships, and any support you need to make positive changes. However, the angels remind you to focus only upon your desires and not upon your fears, so that you can attract the former and not the latter. The situation will improve when you face it squarely. These are some additional meanings. Think about if they resonate with what you asked. The situation will improve when you face it squarely. Okay, good advice. You deserve better. Trust your own feelings, even if others don't agree. Don't give away your power to others. Avoid getting caught up in the illusion that this is the way it is. You know, there's an expression, it is what it is. I never really liked that expression. Some people in my family use that expression, my siblings. It is what it is. No, it isn't. It is what you think it's supposed to be. And if you don't like what it is, think something different. And what it is here can change to something else because you use your mind. As a magician, you are consciously being aware, awake, and using your mind. So it is what it is, makes it seem like it is this situation and it's just like stuck. It's not going to change. You have no power. You can't change anything. You can't change your perception. It's just stuck with this thing. It is what it is. That is not the case. What it is what it is in this moment. And you can make what it is in another moment something totally different by using your conscious awareness, using your mind, pulling from up here, directing to what you want, and Manifesting, being creative and manifesting. Think outside the box. Here's the story. Use your creativity, stay grounded and centered, focused on what you want. Come from your heart always, and remember that everything is a cycle. And whatever cycle you're in right now, if it's unpleasant, it's going to turn around again. The sun always rises. Remember that you are a magician. Be consciously aware of using the tools available to you. The tools of the earth plane, your emotions, use those consciously and constructively. The sword is on the table, which is cutting through crap, cutting through illusion. The wand is on the table, which is thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Remember that from the Bible? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You know, that is a phrase that I used a lot when I had cancer, which was a long time ago. I'm clear, I don't have it anymore, but I had an advanced stage cancer, the kind you die from. And here I am, okay? But I remember when I was sick and when I was going through some very dark times, saying that phrase. I don't read the Bible, you know, I'm not kind of into Bible reading. You know, some people are. It's fine. It hasn't resonated with me. But that phrase, that's I think it's the 23rd Psalm. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And what that meant to me, because I've been working with the Tarot for so long, and I was working with the Tarot from the time I was a teenager, it made me think that the rod was like this thing right here. You see how it's almost like a walking stick. Thy rod and thy staff. And the rod is a wand. They call them rods in the Tarot or wands in the Tarot. And they are very creative. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, thy rod and thy staff comfort me. Using my creativity, I can change my perception and think differently, even though things seem dark. All right. Now, back to the story. All right, so we talked about the magician, using all those tools available to you, remembering your power to create. The next card is the 2X card. It's the judgment card. Let go of the pretense, listen to the messages, listen to what you hear, be ready to receive. Be ready to receive. Be raw, be vulnerable, be open. Be ready for the gifts coming to you. They're trying to come to you. Get out of your own way and let them come. Because all is well. Everything is just the way it's supposed to be. Everything in divine timing. It's all going to work out okay. Because you're safe. You're divinely protected. Just ride that strong white force and know that it's going to carry you. And be honest with yourself. No more delusion. Be honest with yourself and tap into yourself. Get down. Go inside. You know, go internal. Start understanding the patterns about why things are happening in your life the way they're happening and what part of that you are manifesting and creating for the things that you don't want. Tapping my moon chakras right now. Tap your moon chakras. It'll help your intuition. Help you be more intuitive. Help you get those messages that are coming to you. Well, that's the story. That's what we got. That's the roadmap. And now we're going to go into the guided meditation. Let me make sure I've got the time right here. I always put the time in the description so that you can go straight to it if you want to not listen to the cards and just go straight to the guided meditation. Almost ready. It's going to go, I like to choose the right number here. 1, 2, 3. Now we're ready for the guided meditation. All right. Make yourself comfortable. My voice changes when I start going into trance. My voice gets lower and slower. I don't consciously do that. It just happens. I don't need my glasses anymore. Let's use those lungs to start exhaling through the mouth. Exhaling anything that is in the way of your health, happiness, and abundance. You don't have to know what it is. Just trust that your mind and your higher power knows what needs to be eliminated, what knows to be gotten rid of. So all you have to do is just do the breath and exhale through your mouth. That's it. Keep your back straight. Lie down if you want to. I know you can move your position anytime you want. If you feel like you have to move, it's just because your body's letting go of tension and energy that you've accumulated by being around and about during the day. That's it. Each breath now allowing you to relax even more. And each breath allowing you to release even more with each sound of my voice. Each breath that you take, you are releasing anything interfering with your happiness, your joy, your health, and your abundance. This happens automatically with your higher power in charge of knowing what needs to be released. You may feel your eyes watering. You may feel your mouth being dry. You may feel the tendency to want to swallow. Your eyes may be flickering and blinking. That's all fine. It's just your body moving into a deeper state of consciousness. It's just your body moving into deeper, slower brain waves. And that continues to happen throughout the rest of this guided meditation. Because you'll be taking in information that makes sense to your belief system. If it doesn't make sense to your belief system, you won't be taking it in. And if you do take it in, and it does resonate with you, know that your mind will begin to act upon it effectively in the very near future or immediately. And this will happen easily, naturally, and gently. I'm going to count from 5 down to 0. And each count will allow you to go even deeper, move to a deeper level of awareness with each count. Beginning on the count of 5, letting go even more and going deeper and deeper. Knowing that each tone that you hear allows you to recognize that this is a special state of being that your body has wanted you to go into for quite some time. Any sounds you hear that you recognize as everyday normal sounds don't disturb you. Instead, they allow you to go even deeper into your own personal experience, deep within, going deep within the yin. Moving down to the count of 4. Letting go even more. Going down to 3. Feeling more and more connected and more grounded more and more centered. And drifting down to 2. Letting go more and more as you drift down to 1. Feeling more and more one with a higher power. More and more one with your inner yin self. More and more one with everything. In a moment, you're going to hear some sounds. And you will go from 1 down to 0. Imagine that the 0 is actually a gateway that is a circle on the inside of your mind, on the inside of your third eye. With your eyes closed, you can actually kind of see that circle right between your eyes. When I count you down from 1 to 0, imagine that that gateway opens up and you zoom through it to go even deeper, more rapidly into the perfect depth for you at this time. And drifting now from 1 down to 0. As you release more and more, as I am doing now, by clearing my throat, you go even deeper and deeper through that gateway of your inner third eye. That's it. Just letting go, allowing yourself to drift and float. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just a time for you to let go. Right in tune with the energy. Going even deeper. That's it. Let go more and more and more. This is a time for you to be firm and use your creative powers. Be aware of keeping yourself grounded. Stay focused on what you want. Know that everything has a season. And if things seem challenging and uncomfortable, know that you will feel comfortable once again. The sun always comes up every single morning. Remember your magical powers. Remember to use the tools available to you and to channel the energy from the highest down into the earth plane where it can manifest for you. Always take the messages that come from the highest, that are for the good of all. They are the most pure. Letting go of pretense now, and metaphorically raising your arms up to receive messages, guidance, and divinity. Be authentic. Be real. Only when you are authentic and real can you receive the gifts the universe is trying to give you. Let go of pretense. Let go of what you think it should be. Let go of trying to make things be a certain way. Just relax. Let it unfold. Stay tuned in. All is well, regardless of the surface appearances. Everything is happening just the way it's supposed to, and in the right timing. You are safe. You are divinely protected. You are riding the wave of white light. It's holding you up. It's carrying you where you need to go. Stay aligned with the light. Be honest with yourself. No more fooling yourself. No more fooling yourself. Be honest with yourself. Truly honest. What do you really want? Allow those guidance markers to come to you so you can navigate toward what you really want. And drifting deeper. Your body has been waiting for you to take this time for yourself, to regenerate, renew, and release. This is a season of releasing. This is a season of letting go. Listening and watching an audio like this allows you to go deep within, which is perfect for the yin energy of the fall and autumn as we move into the dark months. Take time for yourself to be alone and to go within. It's time to wake up. Time to wake up and receive the benefits, the blessings, and the gifts. Waking up and being more and more conscious. So you can see the signs, see the symbols. Be able to act on the guidance that's coming to you. You can't act on it if you don't acknowledge it. Let go. Let go. Let go. Thank you for joining me in this dimension. I honor you for taking this time for yourself. Trust and know that all is well, regardless of surface appearances. All is well. I wish you many, many blessings. I look forward to seeing you here again. Namaste.